Tonight we bring you a special VEISHEA recap edition of Newswatch 18.
There were many different activities held over the weekend, and our reporters were there to capture the festivities.
The Cyclone wrestling and gymnastics team had an exciting weekend as well. I'll have more on that later in sports.
The warmer temperatures are on the way. I'll tell you just how warm we're going to get. You're watching Newswatch 18.
This is Newswatch 18. Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 18. I'm Adam Brower.
And I'm Maria Lizignoli. Thank you for joining us. Before we get into the VEISHEA recap, let's head over to the weather desk for a quick update.
We definitely saw a bit of a breezy day today, and that will continue into later in this week. But if we go ahead and take a look at our day planner, we'll see what's going on for tomorrow. Early morning tomorrow will be around 32, so a little chilly, but the sun will be out shining for us. Those clouds will build in later in the afternoon with a high of 49, and by later tomorrow evening, there is a chance of some evening showers, so we'll definitely keep an eye on that. And I'll have more on the warmer temperatures coming up later on.
The smell of free barbecue filled the air last Saturday as the second annual Smoke Over VEISHEA event kicked off. Smoke Over VEISHEA is an officially sanctioned event by the Kansas City Barbecue Society, the world's largest organization of barbecue and grilling enthusiasts with over 14,000 members. The contest brought competing teams from all over the Midwest to compete for over $6,000 in prize money for the best samples.
Barbecue isn't the only delicious food one can experience on campus during VEISHEA. Chris Cox and Chrissy Amaya went to find out what this year's Taste of VEISHEA had to offer.
My name is Ben Ryder.
My name's Natalie McCullough.
And we're the Business Relations Co-Directors for Iowa State Dance Marathon.
We've been selling cupcakes from the Cupcake Emporium all day.
And today we had red velvet, vanilla, peanut butter, chocolate, and cherry pie flavors.
Yeah, especially for VEISHEA.
Yeah.
We saw gyros and burgers, brats. We also serve cheese curds and fresh squeezed lemonade.
With Tom Thumb donuts, just baby donuts, cinnamon sugar little mini donuts, and pop and water.
Italian grinders, meatball sandwiches, jumbo corn dogs, jalapeno poppers, and cheese sticks.
We are selling funnel cakes, hand-dipped corn dogs, nacho platters, ribbon fries. We do a funnel cinnabon.
This is the first stand at VEISHEA.
We've been here for about 7 years.
This is our second year at the VEISHEA Festival.
It's our 5th year. This is my family's actually 100th year this year in business.
We definitely want to do things like this in the future.
We love being here.
We have a blast here. It's fun watching the kids come out here and quite a variety of people.
Love coming to VEISHEA. It means it's the start of another good season for us.
Yeah, long hours, but we enjoy it.
And food wasn't the only exciting thing on campus this weekend. From 9 to 5 Saturday, Central Campus was flooded with student organizations and clubs for VEISHEA Village. Ben Theobald gives you an in-depth look at 3 of the groups that attended.
VEISHEA Village is always really special because it's just kind of a time where, yeah, we get to show off some timber sports that we do in actual competitions with other universities, but at the same time, it's just a kind of a fun time where we get to show off, just have some fun. I don't know, just kind of get the ISU community kind of aware that there actually is a forestry club and that we actually do have an ISU timber sports team. So it's really fun. We get to interact with kids. We hand out the free wooden cookies with ISU on them. We get to have Smokey Bear. We borrow the Smokey Bear suit from the DNR, and we get to have a student walk around. And, you know, kids always love high-fiving Smokey and shaking his hand and hugging him. So it's always a lot of fun for VEISHEA. Yeah.
Every year we have a really good turnout because martial arts is a lot of fun to watch. Some people walk by and they're like, oh, what are these people doing yelling? It's like big pajamas. So that's the way we all were when we first kind of started. So we get a lot of interest. VEISHEA's like, you know, one of the best student-run organizations in the country here. So everybody gets to come out and showcase their club and stuff, especially with the parade. It's really cool, and you get to see what Ames is actually really all about, why it was ranked so high. And still the best talent.
This is the final for the Warden of Acts Root Tourney. Salute to the crowd for which you fight today.
It allows the public to see this. I mean, we're not just college, but we're out here, trying to promote other things too, promoting these extracurriculars and stuff. So it really lets everybody who's not at Iowa State know what it's like actually to be here at Iowa State.
The Black Student Alliance took the stage for VEISHEA last Friday. Brittany Gant and Rachel Lake bring you more.
On Friday, April 19th, BSA held their annual Harambee show, showcasing talent among students at ISU. Harambee is a Swahili word that means all pulled together.
Just a way for us to get together and do professional development things, social things, just a lot of different things just to make sure that we're welcomed and we, can convene and, have a support system. So.
BSA, the Black Student Alliance, is an organization for the African American community and their allies on the Iowa State campus. During the talent show, BSA handed out awards to their most outstanding students of the year.
Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way.
The MC of this year's show helped pump up the crowd for a high-energy show.
Togetherness, showcase of talent, there's a bunch of things to see what is actually on ISU campus, what talents. It's like, oh, I didn't know she could sing, or I didn't know he could dance, and it was really about togetherness and just seeing the people on your campus. It's like, wow, okay.
With Brittany Gant, I'm Rachel Lake, ISU TV.
So, Michael, what was going on in cyclone sports during the past VEISHEA week?
Well, Adam, I've got news on the wrestling and the gymnastics team, as well as the start of the NBA playoffs. Stay tuned for those stories. This is Newswatch 18. Welcome back to Newswatch 18. I'm Michael Kramer with your sports update. The NBA playoffs started on Saturday. Since the games have just started, many of the series are only past Game 1. However, last night, 2 Game 2s were played. The Derrick Rose-less Chicago Bulls took on the Brooklyn Nets in the first game. Despite the absence of the 2011 MVP, the Bulls took down the Nets 90-82 to tie the series at 1 game apiece. The late game between the Memphis Grizzlies and Los Angeles Clippers was a good one. With less than 2.5 minutes left on the clock, the Grizzlies were down by 5, but with 13 seconds left, Mike Conley dished out a great assist to Marc Gasol to tie the game at 91. The Clippers took the ball and gave it to Chris Paul for the final possession. The All-Star point guard dribbled down the clock to about 3 seconds before driving it down the right side of the lane and kissing it off the glass to win as time expired. The basket was Paul's 8th straight point and won the game at 93-91 for the Clips, putting them up 2-0 in the series. Tonight's round of games features 3-game 3s. The Milwaukee Bucks take on 3-game 2s, however. The Milwaukee Bucks take on the LeBron James and the Miami Heat at 6:30. The Boston Celtics play the New York Knicks at 8, and the Golden State Warriors take on the Denver Nuggets at 9:30. 8 members of the Iowa State wrestling team competed in the freestyle division of the A6 FILA Junior Nationals last Saturday in Las Vegas. This annual tournament features the nation's best wrestlers aged 18 to 20. 3 ISU wrestlers, freshman Drake Swarm, redshirt freshman Logan Molina, and freshman Leland Weatherspoon, took home All-American honors at the tournament. Swarm went 3-2 en route to a 7th place finish at 55 kilograms or 121¼ pounds. Logan Molina lost his first match before winning his next 8 straight to finish 3rd at 74 kilograms or 163 pounds. And Leland Weatherspoon went 5-0 on the day, taking home the FILA Junior National Championship at 79 kilograms or 174 pounds. The true freshman out of Jackson, Michigan had a very impressive day. After a loss in the first period of his first match of the tournament, Weatherspoon won the next 10 straight and dropped Michigan State's Jordan Wolfert 3-0 and 2-1 in the final. Other wrestlers who competed included Iowa natives Kyle Larson, Max Krieger, Seth Asias, Carson Powell, and last but not least, Gabriel Marino. Last Friday, Iowa State gymnast Michelle Sheely competed in the all-around competition at the NCAA Championships in Los Angeles. Sheely had an amazing day, tying a season-high mark on beam with a 9.900. setting a season-high mark on floor with a 9.825 and tied a season-high mark in the competition with a 3.9.050. This all-around score was good enough to place her 13th in the competition. The junior from Georgia shined brightest in the balance beam event, however. Sheely and the coaching staff decided to add a skill called the gainer just before competition, a move that Sheely had not done all season long. Sheely nailed the move, nailed the routine, and as previously stated, scored a season-high 9.900. This mark tied her for second place in the event and advanced her to the individual event finals that took place the next day. The next day, Sheely scored a 9.8375, a score that tied her for fifth place in the event and earned her All-American First Team honors. With this finish, Michelle Sheely has become the greatest gymnast on beam in Iowa State history. Well, that's all I've got for sports. Colleen, what is this I'm hearing about this mood-swinging weather?
Well, it definitely was a bit chillier today, but the warmth is back on the way. All details next. And welcome back to Newswatch 18. I'm Colleen Milberg with your Iowa forecast. This week looks much better since we are finally drying out from all that rain's been happening over the past week, and more sunshine is on the way, and those warmer temperatures will hit by this weekend. We may even hit the upper 70s. Here in Ames right now, it's a 37 with mostly sunny skies. Those clouds finally burned off from the rain that moved in earlier today. Across the state right now, upper 30s for most of the state, 40 here in Des Moines, and Sioux City at a chilly 33 right now. Winds are currently out of the north and west, gusting anywhere from 13 to 20 miles per hour, making those temperatures feel even chillier, like 28 here in Ames and 33 in Des Moines. So if you're heading out tonight, definitely grab a jacket as it is a little bit chilly. That rain that moved through earlier today is finally pushing its way out of the state. Maybe a few little showers off by Ottumwa, but those will be burning off later into the evening hours. For us right now, it's mostly cloudy, and by the morning, another cold front starts to make its way through the state. It'll be quick and just bring a few maybe light showers tomorrow night, and those will be clearing off with the high pressure building back in for us later tonight, or tomorrow I should say, bringing those warmer and sunnier skies for us. Tonight will be 28, a little breezy, then much drier with those winds out of the northwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll be warming up to 51 tomorrow, and some afternoon clouds are starting to build back in, and those winds will be shifting to the west. And as you can see, the sunshine is back in our forecast, as long as some warmer temperatures. Maybe a slight chance of rain here over Wednesday, but those temperatures will be climbing back up into the upper 60s and even maybe on 75 later on a Sunday. So definitely that sunshine and warm temperatures are back.
After another year full of festivities, competition, and tradition, VEISHEA 2013 ended this past Sunday. David Geiger and Kate Tyndall stopped by the Memorial Union to catch the closing remarks.
You can't do the Iowa State experience without VEISHEA, and I think that's because VEISHEA is the one event every year that brings everybody together.
It was great to see so many families coming on campus and having a really good time.
We had nearly 8,000 tickets sold for our Live at VEISHEA concert. We served over 11,000 people at our campus cookouts.
Yesterday, we had an estimated crowd attendance of 35,000.
We had 100 entries. This consisted of 5 balloons, 6 bands, 14 dignitaries, including Governor Branstad, Lieutenant Governor Reynolds, and our Grand Marshal, Senior Vice President and Provost Wickert. We also had 6 floats, and then performance and specialty units rounding out to the 100 entries.
I'm just sitting on the shelf.
We'd really just like to thank all of the VEISHEA Executive Board and members this year. We had such a successful VEISHEA 2013.
The level of professionalism that goes into the planning of this event is just outstanding. The credibility that the co-chairs and all of you have with the administration is phenomenal, and I'm honored to be a part of what you do.
Congratulations to Carl Kearns and Nicholas Morton, the VEISHEA 2014 General Co-Chairs.
Because it is Iowa State. In essence, Iowa State is kind of this whole big group of students that all come together for one purpose, and that's to study here. There's also the social aspect of being here, there's also the fun aspect of being here, and VEISHEA really works to make that all one. It works to make all the different colleges become one, and all the students become one.
They connect everybody here now, but it also connects generations. And so I hope that when I'm a grandparent someday, I can talk to my grandkids about how VEISHEA was when I was in school, and they can tell me about all of their stories as well.
And that wraps up our coverage of VEISHEA 2013. For more video recap of the excitement, check out ISU TV's website. That's all we've got for tonight's Newswatch.
And be sure to tune in on Thursday for our last show of the year. Have a great week, Ames. No, it's fine.